So in this video, I wanted to do something fun for a couple different reasons. One, getting burned out working on the trailers, just been exhausting. So I wanted to take a break with the holidays and everything going on. Second, due to some life changes, my kind of day-to-day has been just completely dismantled. So I'm realigning, learning some different things about myself. So yay, growth. And then lastly, it's Christmas, and I just wanted to do something fun. So this is my Christmas treat. So there it was, at Costco, doing a Costco run, and this set caught my eye. 1,410 pieces. Woo, okay. It was Brian's R34 GT-R Skyline from Too Fast, Too Furious. Not the best movie in the series, but I would say top 3 cars that he's ever driven that I loved. So I just had to get it. It was like $100 to me. It was a bargain. So the only problem is I've never done a set like this. Most of the Lego sets that I do are like 100 pieces. So 1,410 is a bit of a difference. So yeah, I'm going to tackle this monster of a kit and try and build kind of an iconic masterpiece car and watch the movies while I do. So let's binge, let's build, let's have some fun. Let's go. Here's the rules. 1, no pausing until I finish the whole set. So movie to movie to movie, just keep it going. 2, oh God, I see I started like this. The German, okay.
3 Gläser.
All right, here we go. Every time someone mentions family, I've got to take a drink, orange juice and coffee. 3, anytime someone says Nos or Mia and Letty yell Dom, I have to get up and do some sort of exercise, a burpee, a sit-up, I'll grab my kettlebell, swing, something like that. I've got to do some sort of movement anytime someone says those things. 4, anytime Han or someone else is snacking or eating, I get to eat. So I've got my snacks set up and ready for that. And so the video is going to be a mixture of the time lapse that's over here and normal speed clips that are here. But I'll start each movie with a couple of facts from the year it came out, along with a progress update. And so, all right, so The Fast and the Furious, 2001. A lot of people say that Point Break and The Fast and the Furious have the same, essentially, storylines. They're pretty close. At one point in the movie, Vin Diesel, Dom, and Brian, Paul Walker, are at a restaurant called Neptune's Net. The real-life restaurant located along the Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu is the same place where Lori Petty's character, Tyler, works in Point Break. Mark Wahlberg, Christian Bale, and Eminem were all considered before they chose Paul Walker. And lastly, in 2001, the top 5 movies were Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Shrek, Monsters, Inc., Rush Hour 2, and The Mummy Returns. Man, they had some bangers that year. Thanks for watching. Obviously, we'll switch to the time-lapse footage, but every time I kind of get to a milestone or something, I'll pause, do one of these, and kind of give you a breakdown. But okay. All right, so status update. I am on step 55, finishing up bag number 1 of 8. It's gonna be a long day. All right, so just finished the movie, and here's my. I'm gonna obviously be snacking on lunch as well. Our current count, we have 16 DOMs or NOSes. That's our count. Family didn't come up as much as I thought it did in the first movie, but I only got 1 family. Couple fights and 4 fights, 4 major fights that I counted. Yeah. Okay, so Too Fast, Too Furious, 2003. So while this movie was filming on one side of Cape Florida State Park on Key Biscayne, Bad Boys 2, another great movie, was also filming scenes on the other side of the park at the same time. Cool. The 1999 Skyline GT-R V-Spec was one of only 11 true federally legal R34 GT-Rs in the US. It's pretty cool. In the movie, it supposedly has 505 horsepower on tap and a whopping 444 foot-pounds of torque. That means this car rockets to 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds and consumes the quarter mile in 12.1 seconds. It has a top speed of 180 miles an hour in their universe. And lastly, in 2003, the top 5 movies were Finding Nemo, the first Pirates of the Caribbean, The Matrix Reloaded, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, whoop, whoop, and Bruce Almighty. Bruce Almighty. All right, on to Too Fast, Too Furious. Let's keep going. There we go. All right. We'll just round it up. Round down. It's 2:00. I just finished Too Fast, Too Furious. So now we are on to Tokyo Drift. I'm on step 116 out of 411. So progress is slow, but overall I've only had like one screw up, maybe two so far, where I had to backtrack a little bit, but it's going well. Back's a little sore. Other than that, doing good. All right. Hopefully this one has more. Well, it's gonna have Han eating, so I get to snack a little more. I've been impromptu snacking, even though I didn't have things that triggered me. But there won't be any DOMs. There won't be any NOSes. There were a whole bunch of bruh and cuh.
Let your man go, huh?
Drop it, I don't want to talk about it.
Drop it, hell. I want to hear about this, homie.
I said forget about it, cuz.
How we gonna do that, bruh?
Pockets ain't empty, cuz.
Cuz in Too Fast, Too Furious. So they'll probably be just eating in this one. Okay, every time they drift. There we go. Every time they drift, I'll do a workout. All right, we're drifting.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Every time there's a cutscene for drifting, I will do a workout. All right, fun facts. Tokyo Drift came out in 2005. I'll get my phone out of the shot so you don't stare at that. Tokyo Drift came out in 2005 in the Shibuya crossing. Basically the iconic sliding scene through the square. This was entirely CGI with only overhead establishing shots potentially being real. So for the most part, it's fake. But love that segment. Love that part. Over 100 cars were destroyed during filming, needing about 2,000 tires. Crazy. In order for Vin Diesel to do his cameo, he didn't want to be paid an actor's fee. Instead, he asked for film rights to the Riddick series. Love that one. Great series. The studio agreed, allowing him to produce the third Riddick movie. Woohoo! And there is a fourth one currently in development.
Don't know how many times I've been crossed off the list and left for dead.
And then lastly, in 2005, the top 5 movies were Star Wars Episode 3, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, War of the Worlds, Chronicles of Narnia, the first one, and Wedding Crashers. Awesome movie. One of the best comedies of all time. All right, so roughly 2 o'clock, a little after, but 2 o'clock, starting movie number 3, and we're chugging right along. Here we go. Status update. You can tell my shirt changed. Went for a walk, got out of the house, stretched, did some activity, fed Thor, and then got dinner prepped. So we have finished Tokyo Drift, and we are now moving on to the 4th movie in the series. This is not fast. This is Fast and Furious. This is where the titles get a little bit difficult to remember and get exactly right. All right, let me pull up my fun facts. Okay, so yes. Why is the TV not coming on? It's like, I just want to play some TV. Play the TV, please. Okay, anyways. Fast and Furious 2009. They built 240 custom cars for this movie in the series. This movie was Gal Gadot's on-screen film debut. And in 2009, the top 5 movies were Transformers, Revenge of the... Let's try this again. In 2009, the top 5 movies were Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, my personal favorite. Thanks, Thor. Up, Twilight, New Moon, and Avatar. And so we are currently finishing up... Hi, Thor. We are currently finishing up bag number 4, almost to bag number 5 of 8. It seems like the bags are getting easier as we go because I'm kind of got like the bulk of the kind of like nuts and bolts almost done. So like you know, it shifts now. So like I have like an engage motion kind of thing here, and then I got my little NOS tanks, which are awesome. So it's really coming along. I've never, like I said, I've never built a Technic set, but this is really cool. Like just the nuts and bolts of how this thing functions is pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure that there's a clutch in this in some form or fashion because it has a drivetrain, it has everything. So we'll see when I get done what it actually does. But like this clicking, shifting thing that it's got going on here, it's pretty awesome. But it has tie rod ends. It has it has what do you call them? Suspension and shocks. So this is pretty awesome. I'm very happy with it so far. It's a lot more than I signed up for. It's a lot more than I realized I was getting myself into. But so far, this has been really cool. Like I said, I've only messed up once or twice through the thing, so I haven't had to backtrack a lot. But sometimes, occasionally, you know, the diagram's not very clear as far as like what I'm supposed to be putting together. But If you look here, I'm on page 146 out of page... I'm not sure if I should go by pages or steps. So there's roughly like 340 pages or so. I think it's 440 steps, but I'm about halfway. So I'm hoping it kind of picks up speed because, I've got dinner and I don't want to go and do this until 10 p.m. So let's get moving. Let's get playing. So Fast and Furious. Let's go. Fast 5 is my favorite in the series, so I'm very excited for that one. This one's probably a close second if I had to rank them. Obviously you got the original crew back. I'll kind of get back to being better about my counting and my tallies and things. But yeah, here we go. Let's do this. Fast and Furious. Okay. Let's see. Status update. It is 6:45, and I'm on step 236. Slowing down dramatically. What I said earlier about this being, this is getting easier. I lied. The quarter panels are, go lay down, Thor. The quarter panels are pretty tough to assemble. There's a lot of like parts behind the quarter panels, but I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of getting the stickers on there. I think it looks pretty good. I think I have my first missing piece, which is this one right here. So, not sure where that is. I can't find it. It says that it's supposed to be gray, but all I have are black ones. So, we're going on to the next one. So, Fast 5, favorite one of the series personally. Came out in 2011. Originally, Tommy Lee Jones was slated to take Hobbs's role rather than The Rock. I think that Tommy Lee Jones was too old, so that wouldn't have been a good fit. But plays a great cop, great. Fugitive, one of my favorite movies ever. Harrison Ford and him.
I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
I think that young Tommy Lee Jones, like he was in The Fugitive, younger, would have been perfect for the role. But nonetheless, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, does a great job. Good Hobbs. The stunt involving the flatbed truck at the beginning slamming into the moving train was filmed practically without the use of miniatures or CGI. The collision nearly derailed the train, as can be clearly seen. Interesting. The big brawl between Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel took over a week to shoot. And lastly, in 2011, the top 5 movies were Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Transformers Dark of the Moon, Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1, The Hangover Part 2, and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. So without further ado, let's get this going. I kind of hoped this is where I would be wrapping up, but I've still got 3 more bags to go. So I'm just going to keep rolling, see how long we can keep this party going. So here we go. All right, so spoiler alert, I didn't finish. It was 10:30 at night. After 12 hours, I was pretty much done. And so I'm back later on in the future, and it's done. I did it. Woo! Look at that thing. Oh, it moves. Oh, look at that. Oh, and then the internals move when you move the wheels. Isn't that cool? Look at that. It's pretty awesome. Okay, and you pop the trunk. Boom. And then you can turn it, turn. I didn't get my alignment perfect, but it's okay. It's okay. It's still cool. I like it. So, the build is complete. Woo! I love it. It's going up on my shelf in the man cave. I'll pop a picture of it up on the screen so you can see where it's going to be kind of its final resting place. But overall, loved it. Just didn't budget enough time. Had I gotten up earlier, gotten started earlier, I think I could have completed it all in one day. But I got to the end of Fast 6, and it was done by that point. So this has been an experience. I think I'll definitely do another one. This is something that I definitely want to continue doing. I'm not sure what my next build will be, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the process, the build, the experience, all of it. But ending my videos, I'm never quite sure how to end them, so I'm just gonna kind of try and use some different little sayings or phrases to kind of end the thing. But this one really jumped out to me. I used ChatGPT and Gemini to kind of give me some ideas. Go build something today that your future self will thank you for.